Undoing the damage from 4 years of Trump-induced mistakes in U.S. policy towards Russia and an increasingly emboldened pattern of Russian actions is going to be a tall order for the Biden administration. Job one is reestablishing a sense of unity of purpose with our European allies and partners. Getting that restored is going to require an element of compromise on both sides. For the Europeans, it means accepting that the bad relationship with the Russians is not a transitory phenomenon, but something that's here to stay. For the United States, it means understanding that our European allies' view of Russia is not always going to align 100% with that of the United States. Job two, making sure that military deterrence is well established and credible and well communicated with Russian counterparts. It also means ensuring that we're consulting closely with our European partners so that the Kremlin is not able to drop wedges or play us off of each other. The sanctions program that's been assembled over the past 7 years remains an important element of Western policy towards Russia. But we need a conversation with the Europeans about two things: streamlining the program and making sure that it's effective. The program has to do more than simply tie the hands of a reckless, now former US president, or signal that we're mad as hell about Russia's malign activities in various parts of the world. We need to make sure that the sanctions program that exists actually does what it's intended to do, which is to strengthen the hand of our diplomats and create a source of leverage over the Russian behavior that we're most concerned about. We also need to find ways to signal to the top leadership in the Kremlin, as well as their associates and family members, that there's a cost to their behavior. If you're engaged in these kinds of activities, whether it's corruption, human rights violations, or are violating the rule of law, you shouldn't be entitled to enjoy the good life in the West. There are three potential areas where the United States and Russia might be able to resuscitate some form of cooperation. In the arms control realm, it was a no-brainer for the Biden administration to extend the New START treaty for an additional 5 years. But going forward on the arms control process is going to be quite fraught, both due to the fact that the United States and Russia will continue to be badly divided on the question of future missile defense deployments, as well as lingering mistrust created by Russian cyber operations, such as the SolarWinds hack, and Russian cheating on the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty, the INF Treaty, which the Trump administration withdrew from. On Iran, Russia has a potentially useful role to play in reviving the deal on constraining Iran's nuclear ambitions. Under the original deal, Russia had a role taking back spent fuel and fissile material that Iran had amassed in recent years. The negotiation, though, is not really a negotiation between the United States and Russia. It's a negotiation between the United States and Iran, with Russia largely in a supporting role. On climate change, the Russian government continues to believe that a warming climate will somehow be a boon to Russia's economy, thanks to new areas of arable land and new shipping routes and new opportunities to explore the vast natural resources of the Arctic region. It's going to take a lot of work to turn President Putin's thinking around on this issue and showing him that Russia is already suffering hugely negative consequences from climate change. As the Russian revolutionary Leon Trotsky might have joked, Russia may not be interested in climate change, but climate change is definitely interested in Russia.